know, baby, I mean, we've seen that ambition sometimes kind of get thrown aside of the past as we see here the agent select starting to come through.
Absolutely, and I was just going to say on the flip side, this could be the start to a great run for LEV. You know, they need this. This is a big test for them right now because we didn't really get to see much in the last series, so.
Yeah.
You sure you lot saw a chamber?
That's the problem, though, right? All season long, we kept thinking to ourselves, when are we going to see the change-ups from Leviathan? When are we going to see the pivots and their new strategies? And it didn't necessarily come here. Do you feel like we're starting to get it here now, maybe a little bit?
I mean, listen, King on Rays, I like what I'm seeing already.
Hey, I'll take that.
Honest,
Chamber
Rays? Oh my
Listen,
goodness.
if they switch to Taco's chamber, he was good on that role last year.
Anonymous Gifter, thank you so much. We got a hey, how are you? And thank you for that gift. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you, whoever you are, Anonymous Gifter. And we got
we could see the chamber raise.
okay, the jet. You lot were seeing things. And banana juice as well.
Tens and Zekken were popping off on this comp. So this is something they understand the limitations of this
3 months with the Prime.
If there's anyone that can shut down the double duelist on Fracture, it's Sentinels.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Double duelist, they're just going to send it. Interesting.
But it is now time to get this elimination match underway and send it over to a couple of clowns.
Chat, you lot were just hoping there was a chamber.
Yeah, not anymore, GB. I mean, whoa, what is this? What is this?
Hello, me.
2 places at once. I was about to make the claim we tossed out a costume. And I didn't just really throwing it up. Let's get into it. Elimination match, still got jokes on the way. And yeah, this is a big one, Josh, man. I mean, Sentinels versus LEV. It's the lower bracket. It's the lower bracket. It's elimination.
Damn, what was I going to say, dudes? They really put me off.
For an eternity for showing that again, man.
We are in topsy-turvy world, though. I feel like the desk
the KO knife against the double duelist is going to be really strong.
Teams bounce back. The crew run is the definition of that. To go 0-9 and then go on a hot streak.
The KO knife, the chamber, sorry, the cipher. This is a hard comp to double duelist against. Not gonna lie to you. Okay, Sentinels on defense, LEV on attack. Keeper, what's up, man? Sorry for the loss, bro. I mean, what can you do, Keeper?
Definitely. He's looking like the best
crew is too good.
Here we go. It's slow to begin with. Look at this setup here. For somebody's contact there, Sassy is holding a stun. They got a flash.
Yeah, love it.
It's off the cam, actually.
Yeah, Keeper, honest opinions on the Haven, though. Give me it.
Trap play. But also, the only player in the area is Tacoleo.
Not your stuff. Their comp,
starting to dismantle this, and this is going to force Pancada to stay outside of his camera. I mean, obviously the camera not active now as well.
Okay, so good pressure over towards speed. They break the trip, 4-pass and stack, and we can see that we're walking over towards A, the site where there's nothing. This is really nice.
As the entirety of Leviathan essentially making their way very slowly, contacting up through A.
One-dimensional, maybe.
And what we
I
noticed,
don't know, man. I think it has some legs, Keeper. I'll be honest.
Ended up being so dominant on this side.
Damn, they walk all the way. They've done the most perfect thing on their pistol. They walk all the way in.
And this double duelist comp is playing so
double smoke for the fast retake. Probably going to be this and this. Might be door. We'll see. They go aggro with this one. King still hasn't used his nade. He's going to potentially go down before he uses his nade, yeah? It's a big bit of util to go down, especially on a pistol round before using. This guy's... Oh, man. His PC's crashed or something. And there were damage done beforehand. What a nightmare.
Shy picking up tens as there's a fight happening over a door. Yeah, LEV picking everything up.
And second, the last one left.
Dude, Shy needs to stay alive. Dude, it's actually going to work. That's so funny.
Not quite. Time's running
short. Okay. Oh, nicely done. Yeah, Taco kind of owned it in the end. He actually kind of owned it in the end. Bought a lot of time. We won't get a replay because before it actually happened, there was a kill no matter what anyway. So, dude, it's the second time we've seen a 4v5 pistol in the 4 wins.
It's great that it happened when it did because at that point, Leviathan had already really cemented themselves in the round. Yeah. That full contact play all the way through A halls, dodged every part of the trap setup on B, and was able to secure them the site. They got so deep.
Yeah, same thing happened to Tens on Binds, right?
Cleared out the majority of the site all throughout
the new pistol meta. Good map control. Just wait for one of the PCs to crash.
Hanging out at the arena. LEV after that loss yesterday. I mean, they were still Still on the grindstone, man.
I need to replay surely? Nah, the rule is if there's damage done before a timeout, then it doesn't get replayed.
Song that they've selected,
or at least that used to be the rule. Don't know what the rule is these days, but that used to be the rule.
There could not be anything more Leviathan.
It fits him like a glove, doesn't it?
Also, they won with 4, but
yeah,
we shouldn't be
certainly looking to try and
like
rebound. They've only got one piece of data, you know, that one example of Sentinel.
Back in my day, trust me, a lot changes in
extremely different.
When were we last in a team? Are we in a year now? Yeah, we've been a year since we've left now.
They've been playing a lot of the
a lot changes in a year.
For any sort of international appearance. This is the last chance they'll have of it in this year.
And at the time, they had qualified as the top team in North America. The times have shifted so dramatically to, even if they were to go on a fabulous lower bracket run here, they would still only be squeaking in within the Americas region. And we
streamer abuse? Dude, that was fine. I hit the right person. Dude, I don't mind people disrespecting me, just not the players.
Of the fans in that region are looking forward to too, if Lev can pick things up.
Yeah, the teams on both sides, you know, Lev and Crew, they're both friends as well. After that match, you know, when his Crew knocked them down, it was, I was seeing them all just like talking to each other.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Yeah, just hanging
smiling.
out.
I don't quite know how you could be friends with somebody after Kesnit's just obliterated you like that. There'd be some bad blood between me and someone.
How my hard drawing skills feeling today, dog? Not again, surely.
Friends on the outside.
Felt like most of my game yesterday was drawing that.
Sorted momentarily. We're going to send it down to GB to fill for the meantime as well. Take it away, GB.
All right, thank you so much, fellas. Appreciate it. And yeah, so we're having a little bit of a tech pause there. We'll be sure to get that underway. But despite it all, though, Leviathan managed to pull it off, so that was pretty cool.
That was clean.
I'm going to do that in my rank games now. I'm just going to push sand, and then I'm just going to drift over to the side.
Yeah. Biggest brain pistol round strat I've ever seen.
Why is this Jet not trading his kill?
The fake Yoru clone into spawn, leaving 2 people staring at him. Like, they don't know. What is he doing? Why is he not peeking? Why is he not trading? What's going on here, man?
I know. It's absurd. Certainly absurd. But that being said, though, it does give us a little bit of time here as we're waiting for the gear to get swapped out so that this way we can jump back into the action. Thank you so much for bearing with us for the time being. Hopefully you don't mind just chilling with the homies for a few minutes while we go ahead and do that stuff. So let's talk about, you know, kind of set things up a bit more, make fun of Sideshow a bit. He had said that we were trying to big up Leviathan here, but here's the thing. Baby Bay, you picked Lev to win, and now you have an opportunity to explain yourself. So,
okay, no, it's fine. First of all, my brother's on the team, so I got to support family.
Obviously, obviously.
But
you know.
secondly, is that I feel like strategically they are just more ahead of Sentinels right now because when I look at Sentinels, I feel like they haven't really had a lot of time with Marv's IGLing, right? Mm-hmm. They've looked way better than when they first got him on the team.
One, Chan, not gonna.
I don't think it's enough time when you're playing against a team like Lev, who's in general just been together longer, right?
Yeah.
So I think strategically they should have the upper hand, and the way to beat teams like Sentinels is the same way you beat FaZe every time you play them, right? You just don't let the duelists go crazy, and you'll probably win. So
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be. No. I'm not gonna be the black hole of despair. Okay,
sure.
I'm not going to be. But that being said, no. But it's the thing. All of the Lev players have, at points, all been very good. There is a reason that this team came together. There's a reason they brought in some of the guys from Crew, like Mazzino. It's just the way things have turned. We haven't seen that enough recently. Mm-hmm. But, you know, that's a bit of my cope, is that they've all been very good at certain points. But due to team, you know, overarching team failures, they've just never been able to
you know, individually even return to that state, because it's hard to look good individually when nothing is working. You're seeing players try to overcompensate. Other players, you know, taking too risky of peaks, being caught out of position because it's like, wait, what the hell were we doing again? Like, the strat's not working.
That's the problem, is they're so rigid that when they try to not be rigid, it's just like chaos. And everyone's over peaking and making kind of poor decisions.
Best player I've ever coached.
And they don't
I got asked this the other day as well. It depends in terms of, like, if you talk about complete package, it's probably Yampiradis.
Is way less structured than Leviathan. And
But
if
in
this
terms
was
of, like,
against a team that I know
different
is, like,
aspects,
the
it would be
anti-strat
multiple
and game
people.
plan for their opponents, I would say that matters. Because when I watched Sentinels against 100 Thieves, they were doing like one strat a map. It was just like on Pearl, they would go A. On Split, they had like a basic mid take into like an A hit and a B hit. It was all very simple. And if you watch the VOD, you would be able to anti-strat it. Leviathan's not that team, though. They don't do that. They just play their game plan.
I mean, they have said they don't like anti-strat.
Favorite player to watch? Recently, something
they're
is my
determined to
favorite player
not
to watch.
anti-strat. I mean, that is
I think that's fair
quote,
to say.
excuse me, from owner that has been repeated ad nauseum.
In Samsara, thank you so much for the gifted. Who have we got? We got Muddy Hog, 12. Welcome into the Slug Club. In Samsara, thank you so much for the gifted. Appreciate that.
Much, but even that pistol round, I kind of did like what Lev was doing. I like that they went to go break the Cypher utility at the A site, and then they went back and hit the other site, and they had a free site, and their post plant did look good, even with the Yoru clone jet. That, like,
The best IGL I've ever coached is Rattlesnake
I think
from
I've done that
SEN.
on stream once or twice. You know,
That's the best. That's the best IGL I've
Don't
coached.
do that, kids. Don't do that, kids.
But I liked what I saw, though. I liked how they tried to manipulate a rotation and breaking that Cypher util to deny it early.
Yeah, and look, I think if we can get that out of Lev, you know, this is going to be
Three people in my channel know who that is. I'm just doing honest answers.
2023, Marv, of course, playing on a new team, on
You
a
ask
new
the questions,
role,
I'll
and
answer.
IGLing as well. Earlier, we had a chance to speak with him about making this transition. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
Team is definitely
Man is a legend. I mean, yeah.
We had a lot of time to
Yeah, she
practice, and for me myself, I feel like calling.
Where's
is getting
Rattlesnake
easier for
now?
me,
I think he's a lawyer.
especially
or
with
something.
just the amount of practice.
Something like that.
Everyone's on the same page, so I don't always have to micromanage everyone. But other than that, I'm learning to keep it simple and just trust my reads. The team has trusted me a lot more, so it's just, you know, time. All we needed was time.
All they needed was time. Is what he's
funniest
saying
player,
there. And,
Ardis,
you're
hands
very
down.
familiar with Marv. You've played
Yumpy's
against
pretty
him,
funny,
with him. You
but
know, I wanna
Ardis
get your
is
perspective on this,
just
baby
on a
Bay, right? Him
whole
coming into
different
this IGL
level.
role, a tall task to ask for
He's
this player
he's
here,
unlike no
especially with a
other.
high-stakes situation
Caesar
like
Knox,
LCQ.
thank you
Yeah,
so
he's
much.
always been a very
Thank you,
smart
thank you.
player when
Missed
I played
8
with him.
as
I mean,
well.
he was the
Welcome
only
into
one
the
that
Slug
was, like,
Club.
the
If you're
glue
here,
for
make sure you
that
say
whole
thank you to
roster. He had
Caesar
no
Knox.
IGL. Yeah,
Thank you
like,
for the
without him
gifted,
mid-rounding
Caesar. I
or
appreciate
doing
that.
any of that,
Up to
which
22 right
I'm
now
sure
as
he's doing
well.
a bunch of now on top of like just full IGLing.
Yeah.
Like I like he's always been a phenomenal player in that aspect. So I think playing under FNS and
Side on as well with the Prime chat new member. We got a lot of time to spam some slugs for the new member. You know what to do. Let's see some see a wall of slugs for the new member. Side on, appreciate it with the Prime dude. Thank you so much.
Oh, potentially. That's a bold statement there. But of course, guys, I did get word. Oh, good news, folks. We're ready to jump back into the action. Oh, my spider senses are tingling.
Nice.
Let's go ahead, though, and send it back over to the casters. Jump us back into the action. Brent, sideshow over to you. Go ahead, make fun of me.
Nah, I would never do that. I would never do that. We're going to be getting into the action momentarily. Hopefully the problem's resolved as well. Swapping out the PC in the meantime. And yeah, just keep you all up to date. Fracture, map number 1. You haven't missed much. Just the pistol round, just the opening.
Yeah, it's we're going to be
No, I only coached in CSGO, but only like for like what, a year?
Things are not
If
exactly
that.
going to be even as we launch
Only
back
coached
in
for
here.
Easy Skins and XL, and like both of the stints were like 5 months. Can't even really call it a.
Like I said,
Can't even really call it anything.
Based on those trap plays coming through, and SEN have gambled possibly the correct side
Okay,
here.
let's get into this game though. We've got Lev
Right into this.
1-0 up from the pistol. We've got a double higher lower setup. Might walk into this.
You can do some serious damage here, but no casualties. Narrowly avoiding it. And Lev spot that out. Seeing 2 players, they want nothing to do with it. Not against the half by or the eco.
Yeah, so they only know about 2 players. 5 person here. They do walk late into this one, taking a lot of map control.
Danger is on the map. Where the trap play is, where the
Logic,
stack
thank
is,
you so much
and
for
then
the
heading
gifted.
opposite
Adding you on
direction.
in, Clown
This is a
Show. Let's see the
duelist
spam.
composition. You'd be expecting
Welcome him
this to
in.
be fast, explosive,
We'll
flashy,
allow a
and
spam
instead
for
they're
this one.
creeping
Thank you very
around
much,
the
Logic.
map,
Appreciate you,
finding
dude.
the openings.
So Super cautious. You can try to gather all the information before they really commit.
It's a good
to
picture,
anything.
honestly. Fair play.
Makes a lot of
Okay, they get over
sense.
towards the site. They guess correctly again,
a bit more
and
susceptible
honestly,
to
it's the second time they just
plays.
straight up just strolled
The,
over
Sentinels on the
towards
defensive side, they choose to fight over an area
a
of the map.
site. And if we look at this as well, it's
commit to an area
mean,
where Senna fight
it's not that heavy investment. It's very low. Also, we'll have to note that Shy has dropped King a gun, so they're really trying to make sure that King gets a lot into this.
No way. 3
What?
kills. And is there time on the clock? Can this be possible? Can this be doable? It's diffusing halfway. Distractions plays and needs to be coverage. Tens is sticking in. No time. But a decent try, nevertheless.
Holy hell, dude, that was wild.
Yeah, that'll
Okay,
make you,
I mean, they
that'll
made
make you
it
hold your breath for a
expensive.
second, won't it?
That's two rifles
awake again?
and
Yeah,
a
back from the
Spectre
break.
down.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Well, sometimes you just get a reminder
Yeah, of just how good he can be.
special level of mechanics that Tens has.
In my notes here, Josh, I had, Ten's unreal form. Will it continue?
Yeah.
And I think there's a little teaser for us, honestly. The aim is still sharp.
Yeah, we'll see when rifles get into hands. And that's just taken a lot of the sting out of the
So yeah,
bite
there were
this
2
round.
pistols into
Two
this,
players
right?
still had
2 pistols. That
so
is
they're gonna
2
be able
guns
to
into
upgrade
this.
here.
The bonus
King and
is
Taco,
okay.
the 2 duelists. But
Tens
look,
is
the
now
pace
1 away
still
from his ult.
really slow.
And again, like the ult's
Shy
pretty good
getting up
against
here,
this,
looking
especially
to
when
try and
these
break
have
the
ults.
utility
Oh
and
my.
punish.
Especially when these 2 have
Great
ults, it's the
adaptation
one.
from Marv.
One thing I will
Not
say
so much
here
a
is I'm
trap
not
set
the
up on B, but
biggest
just looking
fan
for that same play
of
that Taco went for
when we
round
have
1.
rifles like this, the fast
Actually
contact
punishing it,
being
yeah. They're
a
poking and prodding.
sheriff, but I'm kind of nitpicking a little bit. It is a bonus.
Down and break the Cypher util.
And now Taco's looking to prod the opposite direction, possibly assuming that Marv would still be playing Generator or Canteen, whereas he has doubled up with Pancada on site.
Here's the committal. All the way through.
Oh boy.
Drop here. An attempt now through the smoke. That's a pop flash play around the corner. Tens
Okay,
taking the
Mizuna
lead.
had his ult
The
as
rest of
well,
the
so
team
if something crazy was going to
gathered up
happen.
Shoulder to shoulder. That's going to be the spike lower down, but enough time to reset the
Oh,
aim. but
we're now
still
left with the
brought
2
down
guns,
with
so
the trade.
all of the rifles
This is
took
full
all of the
control of
fast
the site,
jaws,
full
but this was a
control
little
of
bit
the
unlucky because
Spike
King did send it in.
Taco to pull out
All of the sheriffs, sorry,
something
took the fast
special. You
jaws.
can hear him barreling towards him. Taco, he knows that he's being squeezed on those angles. That is beautiful movement from Marv. Adjusting it, never giving an easy shot. Leaving it up to King. But
Man,
wow.
with double duelists like this, I would love to see Taco actually get an op. It's kind of where he excels. I feel like he's been slightly neglected in terms of how many times he's forced over to a rifle. In my opinion, he's an op player. When I look at him side by side with an op with a rifle, the op is a lot better. He has way more impact with an op. So I would like, even on attack, for him to get an op, to be honest. At least some of these rounds. I'm not saying the whole time. Obviously, it's nice for him to dive in, but that's kind of why I thought that Lev were gonna heavy just put him over towards Chamber, but we haven't seen that yet. I think they missed the mark on that one.
2 double faces, high-low setups, one watching Dish and one watching Arcade.
Really cautious and aware of any sort of aggression that might come out of SEN.
Talk about discipline.
Yeah, just trying to absorb it.
But the problem with this kind
big
of
buy
setup
round here.
potentially is that you do spend a lot of time
Marv can't buy
waiting for your
next.
opponent to do something
If
without
Marv
taking
does
back
get a kill, by the way,
control
that's
yourself.
all. They go close, they get a lot of aggro onto this one. The turret is going to pick them up if they go past this line.
Most of Lev are going to be sitting towards the north side of the map.
And
This is a big round from big round for Lev
yeah.
in terms of their econ as well. So turret
Active. They know
takes
that he
contact, they now know that they pushed.
around that area of
Instant
the map.
reaction sight hit with that info, and they have some ults if they want
Might
to.
seek to punish
Well,
here.
there goes one.
There's nobody onto the site to get that connection onto into the smoke. Pancade's reposition now into the trip, and Pancade does claim the 1 kill. It's an orbital strike committed just into B main, maybe off of somebody's timing there, but it doesn't really get too much else done. It's a player advantage still to Sentinels.
Still no plant.
Bit of a breather in the round here because it's Lev who need to get the spike down. Time is of the essence.
Aftershock,
seconds, yeah.
nade.
30 seconds left.
So many things here that Sen can use to try and deny the plant.
There it is, Aftershock comes out. It's a flash over the top. The Aftershock connects. It's King's going to be falling to the utility here, and Lev are really just feeling bogged. At this point, 2 players left alive as a 2v4.
Jolly, I'll ban you right
Consider
now.
Saving, but you still have
Jolly,
control of
one
the
warning.
site. How are you going to really get this done? A tap onto it, but no, forcing it out. Not a favorable fight to take. This is Mark
Alright,
just
nice done.
cleaning them up.
Really well done by Sen there. There was a moment in that round where it could have all gone wrong. As Mazzino used his orbital strike, you called it out. It was based on Shy feeding that information
Nice
over
as well
to
for
him.
some
Shy
dance this
realized
one.
there was players coming from tree, called for the orbital strike. You just see it here, and they had to dash in front of it. Now, had Shy been able to pick one of those off, and then second dives to orbital strike, maybe the round goes differently, possibly. But otherwise, Sentinels had all the map control they needed to get that flank retake
lovely
working,
here, by the
and
way.
they pushed Leviathan down onto the bad buy.
We were talking about his KO
Let's
flashes.
get taken. Jump spot from King.
They talk about his
Again,
KO
that utility,
flashes.
supportive utility. Sassy
Okay,
and
sneak
Tentative
on this
amazing
one.
with it. Fault line
Stun
a
for
fault
stun.
line, just trade it out equally. No ground to be gained. Taco. He's lucky there. Dash was active.
Oi.
Flash play was dodged.
I saw
Missed
that
the
turn.
face. They don't quite have the guns. And always going to be favored there.
Taco not quite realizing that Pancada was holding the line. Pretty aggressive angle for Pancada to take, and he swings again, not scared whatsoever.
Falling to
Down.
pieces.
Pancada here. How long should this ban be?
Yeah.
And the way the LEV are playing currently
Thing is, I
that
don't
they
know how
have
to
three
ban for
players
a set amount of
probing in one
time,
of
so
these
someone
areas, and
unban him
then
at one
double
point.
lurks happening over on the B side. Taco is playing as a lurking jet currently, not playing that hard
I don't know
entry
how to
role,
permaban.
and Shy has also been given quite a bit of freedom to explore arcade. Now, if SEN get an idea that that's happening, those are targets to be crunched on. And the more that you realize that those lurks are trying to be worked, the more easy they are to read. We need to see some variety now from Leviathan. Maybe this would be a nice time to throw in some kind of fast execute with the double duelist comp. You've kind of conditioned SEN to expect slow pace gameplay and a bit more of a
Logic Valor, thank you for that. Not so jolly, honestly.
But instead,
Kind of nailed it. Thank you so much for that. Cross map knife is gonna give them info if they're pushing over towards A. Doesn't hit anyone. It's a good amount of info. Next big buy round. Lord, ooh, flash swing again, dude. These flashes right now, instant ult as well on top of this. This is great.
Players being caught with that, a slight amount of damage onto King. Spike was dropped down as well. It's good information. It's going to be called here for SEN.
And look how aware they are that there could be some kind of flank on the other side. Great kill
Mate,
from
Marved is popping off, by the way. That's why he's getting so many important kills on these rounds. It's always in the big buy rounds.
They are so aware.
I mean, Shy was never getting anything done there. Sentinels were so aware.
I loved their setup as well. I thought their setup was great. They have some cool rounds at the moment.
Spike in his hands here.
Everything's pretty well thought of as well.
Towards him here with the rifle in his hands, loses another duel, 11 health.
VLR, Cammy, what's up, dude? Thank you so much for that. Hey, nice try to do some damage here. Marved is looking great, I'm telling you. Especially in the buy rounds, has been impactful as hell. VLR, Cammy, with the 5 months. Thank you for the 5 months, dude. Appreciate that. And we got Halfinator with the gifted. Thank you so much. Is this 1984? Welcome into the Slug Club. Thank you for that, Halfinator.
I mean, the way that Marved is firing here shuts down this arcade push completely.
Appreciate you, bro.
And remember that when
They're hitting shots consistently. Yeah, everyone's
look like they're
popping.
in raw form. Fantastic on Fracture. But then Marv looked really off when he was playing the Astro on the other 2 maps. So
Get the op out as well. We get another buy because we have the knives as well. Just missing any util? Not really.
We'll be keeping a closer eye as well.
Not really. Buy rounds have been really convincing, by the way.
That one also develops here. Double dark and well, shot misses. Operator in the hands of Zekken.
unusual to have your Rays be opping. That's one of the things that you don't expect playing against Sentinels comp.
A lot of teams opting into it. Compositions that don't necessarily suit having operators to still force it up because it is unexpected.
Okay, they just left the brim in a crazy super committed pause. He's gonna at least get one. Okay, nicely done. Didn't full commit here. Surprised he didn't try jump on him, but honestly, Sentinel's covered it well by having two people to swing and have his back. Widow Dev with the prime, thank you so much, dude, for the 6 months. Appreciate that. While we kind of see all three smokes go down and they block them off. This is really hard for Lev to deal with. Look at these protocols from Sentinel right now, it's good.
Taco, no smoking his way to try and play around this one. All popped off, but he is eliminated straight out of the sky. Every smoke watch
Big Joel.
and that's rocket at the end. Well,
okay, big 1-on-1.
It's 1 versus 1.
Technically a 1-on-2 from Zekken.
Extension of time for it. Zekken, orbital strike in his face. How does he play it? Satchel back to escape it.
Oh man, he held that little bit. He held that little bit longer just in case he swung.
And what is that?
That was crazy calm. He was crazy calm. He's just standing still, waiting for the peak, knowing that he can satchel out. No panic, no rush. That was really impressive to watch. Yeah, that was really cool.
Mazzino would give him the peak.
Yeah, unreal.
That was so good. Bambi 107 with the prime as well. Thank you so much. Dude, that was impressive. I thank you too. Thank you. Dude, everyone, thank you. Have a lot of subs today. We're up to 20, 21. Thank you.
When Mazzino and Nos were combined together to
yeah, that standstill in the
now, still mistakes
that standstill in the ult was really cool.
King way too far ahead, not synced up with
Someone who's that calm on stage in a big game like this, that's impressive. I like that. It's a great sign. It's been looking really good. Okay, we go into a straight up aggro hit over towards here. This is looking strong. We've got 4 people into this one.
Big ults online to maybe get a round on the board here. Put a stop to it. A lot of utility thrown their way. This is just to maintain control.
Oh, they're kind of going to get pinched on this one. What's the reaction? Oh, the reaction was all into underpass and they go heavy. Oh, man. Oh, wait, that went past him. Dude, so many people are in this ult. But why did... I'm so confused. There's so many questions.
How did he win that? He's on 3 HP.
Yeah, aftershock. They know where Mazzino's based. Exactly where it's going to be playing. Tucks into it, taking damage from it. Forcing one of the fights out. There's no swing from Marv.
Pancada's creeping around though. Misses the up shot.
Yeah, tucked to the corner. This is still winnable for Mazzino. Marv low enough. All he needs is one more fight, but well, not for the opportunity.
Yeah, they look good. Dude, how has Zekken got 2 kills here? Hopefully we get a replay of it. But Brent, thank you for that. But Brent, appreciate it. Let me get the Slug approves in. But Brent for the Nathan Silviera. Welcome into the Slug Club.
This to me looks like SEN have far more of an idea of what they want to do.
Back-to-back insane rounds from Zekken. Dude, this team's looking great.
They see the lockdown. They
Team is looking good. These buy rounds have been very convincing, I'm telling you. I kind of like this plan as well, to be honest, with the Killjoy. Against the Killjoy. I'm not sure if that's their anti-Killjoy, but it might be. And then they have like a set protocol if the knife hits or if the knife doesn't hit. It's very nicely done.
Did Leviathan pick this map?
Not too sure.
Steve as well. Steve's getting involved.
The whole map veto was
Sawyer,
incredibly strange.
I don't get this one. Sawyer Bind, what's up, dude? Welcome into the Slug Club.
Off exchanging hands here.
Steve, that one's lost to me, I'm not gonna lie. Thank you for the gifted though.
It gives up control of main, and wow, the timing there is just quite unfortunate, but Mazzino strikes, he capitalizes.
In the meantime, there's a push out from Dish. They've broken the turret and that signals go.
All the way up into tower here. Already the plant coming down here. No one's really defending this at all. And you're giving them enough time to do that. He resets here. He backs around into tower. You have to take the fight to him. Cleared out eventually.
Pick up a gun.
The strike was dropped down as well just before death.
Alright, this is looking like by far the best chance. Ult goes in as well. They get a lot of space with it. Oh no, it's not going to fall apart though, right? They're just all facing, of course. Decided to go close with the breach, or we had the smokes. Went.
Satchel through. Flash on top of it. It's safety. Second with a quick tap as well, trying to force one of these fights out, doubled up. Now they have the information. Both the players here from LEV are close. Another flash, a repeat, a re-swing.
Oh, okay. Shy saving them. It feels like that happens a lot recently. Nicely done from Shy. God, that one got way too close considering what was actually happening. I kind of liked the breach shot, and then it felt like everyone was off on a different page in terms of what should be happening.
But the question is possibly too little, too late. LEV need to take this now with rifles in hand and create a plan that's going to work.
If they lose this, though, they get 1-9 loss bonus, instant reset. This is a big round for Sentinels. If they get this half is going to be crazy strong.
And they were able to react when they saw the defensive aggression.
And they have a lot of rounds here. This was really nice. Just flash in, double satchel. He hears the rope. Man, he could have maybe got that, but there was a chance that he was getting baited in, so he didn't want to send it.
There's no gas. They don't go anywhere.
It's fully slowed down.
But they cleared out all of this. There is still a question mark here, I think, unless there's been a camera that I missed. But I think the camera's over towards A main and it got shot.
You don't want to be just running forwards into those trips.
Lyri LLC, right? I think that's how I say it, with the 2 months with the Prime. Thank you for that, dude. Appreciate you. Lyri LLC, thank you very much.
But the trouble is,
it's the straight up wall contact again. It's worked well for them. They've at least got over towards the site. Their after plants are looking ropey though, I'll say that. Yeah, and there's no Marv here to do his counter smokes that have been working really well, but there is Pancada to get that kill. There's a kill trip over towards site as well.
Marv's watching the lurk.
Second has his ult. He's going to send it. When does he send it? Oh, Shy. How's he win this?
Falling off the back of the steps.
30 seconds
Second still has ult.
He's going to win that one out. Cam. King's going to be removing it, taking control of it. Showstopper, though, that is active. And with the movement second, he survives. Drops down, though. No one to follow up onto this one. All his teammates in
He's got a flash to swing this. Oh, he's got a flash to swing. Got off. Got off. If he dies, it's done.
Forward, seeking to try and deny this one. They need to take up this space. Hall's control. Turret
broken. Ooh, wow.
Off of it. It's a 1v2.
Actually very impressive how calm this all is. Nice reposition from him.
Here, dodging to the side of the fault line, forcing it. And here, gap into play. Maybe he can start to get half onto the fuse. Sticking it now. Nana Swarm at his feet. It's low enough. Spam doesn't do the damage. 2 bullets left. Has to go for the reload.
Turrets will take him down twice.
Well. Might just bring him down if he tries to face wide.
Oh man, Shy is everything at the moment. That was actually really impressive. Nicely done in the 2v4, I think it was.
And think about how that round could have been different had Marv.
And shout out to Shy. Great impact in these two.
To the left and been falling off the staircase as Shy pushed through the smoke. This wins them the round.
Yeah.
I mean, or at least it opens up the door for Shy to win
he
the
wins
round.
the round.
He still had a lot to do after that. Had to win a 1v1 that Sassy made a little difficult. But Shy's coming up big for them. The thing is, to me, they knew that Shy was there. That should have been something that SEN were able to shut down. Got a bit unfortunate.
It's the 4. Attacker's already on the line.
That's a big one. An opening kill for Leviathan and getting Taco activated, who's been languishing at the bottom of the scoreboard.
Another Killjoy. Oh, the second one. Dude, yeah, they had it pretty recently, to be honest with you. They kind of got to respect this. They fall all the way back. They insta push over towards here. Turret to get the early info, like real early on this one, so they know that they're pushing behind now. Brim, Killjoy decide to get a pretty good crossfire going. Yeah, these two should be fine for this. I'd be impressed if Marv and Pancada win this. Oh, they played it a little differently to how I would, but the bait was still there. Nicely done, good damage.
Confidence right now with this guy's aim. Taking these shots across the ropes. Pancada wants nothing to do with it now. Trying to regroup with the rest of the team.
Cole is there to save. Definitely the right decision. If we look at the money last round, obviously they just need to focus on their money, make sure they can buy no matter what happens. Lev can buy. So great decision from Sentinels. Good recovery from Lev. But yeah, I mean, all of this feels like all of these rounds are kind of down to Shy. This obviously Taco did great in this one. The first kill was really important, but having his ult and the fact that he's popping off meant we got the double ult to get over towards the site. Pretty,
a lot of it off the back of
it's a good comeback though. But I feel like if you're just looking at straight up impact, Shy is right at the top.
He's also really important here again. He holds off that flank.
Yeah, the lockdown in play at the beginning.
Little bit wrecked. Little bit wrecked. What do we... Sassy drops over his gun, takes the hit. Maybe he's better with a Bulldog in terms of out of the team. And yeah, I mean, it's
for a retake situation because it's
I think it full util. It's missing a little bit. It's not too bad.
So potentially at that point you might have orbital strike, which could be difficult for the team too. Not really a tool that you want to be using early on.
3 pass. Man, Sentinels really have a lot of stuff. They really do have a lot of setups. They've been hard at work.
Anchor the opposite side. Both teams sticking to the game plan.
Yeah. You're worried. You don't really want to try and punish the alarm bot being placed, thinking that Shy could be alone, just in case Lev have adapted. Sometimes you see it from teams. They run the rest of them just with the Sentinel, trying to bait out some of those crunches. Again, it's just so cautious. Slow going, a tap onto the orb. Taco, hoping to bait out a fight. Breaking the camp. Minute left in the round here for the final one of this first half.
And it looks like we're going to have a big clash at B.
Oh, yeah.
3 players ready to collect. This looks like a fault line and a peak.
Timing.
It's stunned close to the corner here. Movement, they can hear the footsteps.
Nice trades in the end. Got a little bit unlucky. There was just so many numbers here. Sassy's going to get smoked off. Mizzino still has his ult. Should be playing relatively passive. Smokes go down soon. Mizzino has another smoke. And yeah, I mean... This is a very hard retake. They got KO ult that can stop the. Mate, if I'm Brim, if I'm Brim right now, I'm legging it. Yeah, the win condition.
Down into the smoke was everything to just try and stop that. Bit of spam through the box, no kills there. Also, still
dude, needs to get this took a long time for them to plant here. Shy is just killing everyone. Look at him go.
Massive string of rounds here for
Yeah, really nice comeback from Lev, but
Maybe more
man,
evidence as
I
well
felt
as
like I was
why
saying
they
his
like this
name,
map.
and rightly so,
Absolutely, we
every
will
single
question
round,
the
to be
map pick.
honest.
King 3 and 10, that
Like,
was
what a-
we assumed
what
would be the
impact
win
this was.
condition, but it hasn't been the case. Already now, Sentinels have given up more rounds on Fracture than they did in the entire
Taco
map
did good in
versus
terms of fast
Cloud9,
duels
now
towards the
ending
end there as well. He got a
13-5.
couple of picks.
And I think this qualifies as a real recovery from Leviathan. Powered
6
by
though, I think
Shy's
Sentinels will be
Fragget.
fine. We'll see.
Shy has been just a massive player in the game here. Let's send it down to Golden Boy and the Desk to break down the first half.
Thank you so much, fellas, for that. And it looks as if Leviathan managed to stabilize themselves as they go
Double
into
duelist
that
and
next
Fracture?
half.
It
Of course,
works.
Bay along with Wyatt here. But
It
let's go
works.
ahead and talk about, though, some of the impact
As long as,
players we were seeing
as
in
long
that
as you're
first half,
proactive
right?
on your
Obviously, you
defense
gotta
and
talk
stuff, and
about
as long as you
Shy,
have
but
enough
on the
setups, it
Sentinel
works.
side, though, Wyatt, it was very evident, like, Tens had really contributed to the big turnaround and the run.
The thing with
that
double
we were
duelists a
seeing
lot of the
Sentinels
time
go
is
on.
you are relying a
Yeah, I
little
got
bit
worried
on
early
like
on that
people
we were about
fragging
to
out,
see
but if you have a
Sentinels
team
just
that's
totally
consistent
take
with
the
it,
momentum and
it's,
take over
it
the game.
works.
It didn't end up happening, but
We have
early on,
players that are
Tens got the
consistent with
ball
it, I guess.
rolling on that round where he was able to get a few of those crazy sheriff kills because it just totally ruined the economy for Lev. And SEN were able to kind of snowball the next couple, build their economy up, and then just have.
Is that why
you know,
Paper
we
Rex
felt like
work?
infinite gun rounds
I would say
basically
that
throughout the
there
rest of
are not many teams that
and,
could
like,
adopt the
something I was
Paper
saying
X
earlier
play
is that
style
just
and
I
make it
really love
work.
Tenz's
So yeah,
KO.
kind of.
Like, I think he has probably the most assists that I've seen a KO have. On top of like his cracked
They do
out
so
aim,
much
it
stuff
really
that
fits
like
his playstyle. Like, I love how he slots
fundamentally
into his character.
doesn't make
And
the
I'm not gonna
most
lie,
sense,
I
but
was
just
really
because they're
scared. I
all
was like,
so
oh, no.
good,
I
it
was like, gonna
works
get destroyed at
really well and
6-2.
just works
But it
out
was
to their
really
favor.
good from Lev to come back in that half with some huge rounds from Shy.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Shy won that first.
But they
close
also
and started getting
understand.
back in it. And
I
then
think
that
they also.
one
I also
round
think
that
they
he
can.
played that went down to the 1v1
I
against
think they
Sauce
can
was
play the
just
kind of methodical
beautiful.
game
I
if
mean,
they
he made
if they want
all the
to.
right decisions. He cooked Sen
And they
on
have a
that
good
round.
understanding of how they like to play and the fact that they kind of
Right back.
thrive
I mean,
in chaos.
Yeah, Sen, I thought they were taking it over, but Lev, they're fighting. They're not out of this by any means.
Yeah, we were expecting that, you know, things were going to start to crumble for Leviathan, but, you know, Baby Bay, man, it
Crew have
seems
never
like
lost
they
a launch.
stabilized
Have
right
never
at the
lost a
perfect
launch.
time, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Crew
my
have
brother may
never
not be
lost a
dropping the
last chance
kills right now,
qualifier.
but
It's
he
happening
definitely
once
called
again.
that second part
Interesting.
of that half pretty
It's the
well,
same
so
as
happy that they strung together those 4 rounds, and
Nivera and
it's a
Scream
pretty
as
fair
well.
game now.
Yeah, I mean, we're starting to
So
see
maybe-
too. Maybe why
maybe-
Lev picked
maybe
this
there's some
map, even
opium
though
there.
they watched Sen
Opium, copium, whatever you wanna
demolish
call it.
Cloud9 on it yesterday,
sure.
because that was a giant question mark. And they've got it. I mean, this feels like the closest they're going to get to a map-winning playoff so far.
That's right. Well, let's see if they can turn this into an actual win and send it back over to Brendan's sideshow to see.
Do you think
us through
SEN
that
could
second
adapt the
half.
Paper X playstyle? I think they're one of the only teams that would pull it
everyone's
off,
game,
just
isn't it?
because of
Pistol round is gonna be
how consistently
focus
good
of
these
these
two
teams.
can be. And I
They can get
think
that
that this
advantage
guy
and
with
lead.
freedom is
What a strange
very
setup here
good.
from Leviathan.
I think he's smart and
They're on
very
the defense
individually
side,
skilled.
Shy has a sheriff, no killjoy setup to speak of, and 4 players
Okay.
stacked on B. I mean, this is such a hard read that Sen are going
Sentinels
B,
on attack,
and look exactly
Lev
where
on
Sentinels
defense.
attack are.
Yeah.
Got a 4-person stack. Dude,
Everybody
they
about to
no
walk
way. They're
into
using the same
more.
pistol against them. It's
Background
it's
held by Tackle
everything
on
is the
one
same,
side, stun
pretty
onto
much.
the other,
This is so
any
weird.
form of contact. There's danger abound, isn't it? It's Nade.
Do they know they're doing their
Quite
pistol?
good here. Waiting for the timing here. 120. There it is. Nade's going to be missing them all the way forwards here, though. Zekken. Satchel's blinded up. He's taken out, and they call the cancel.
They've cancelled.
How is
but
King on
Pancada's
full
used the
HP? How's he
distraction to
survived
get in
that?
a little. Oh,
Taco spotted him.
by
Yeah.
Taco on top of Jenny.
So he won't be able to get too much done. And again, Taco, he turns around. There's a fight to be taken towards main. It's a little bit shaky. The Sentinels trying to call that cancel here. A lot of damage done on top of it here to Tens. They need to take some risks here. They need a kill.
Cage triggered.
Turret's still alive and active round. There's a doubled up face.
Spike down.
Surprised the
B.
Tens doesn't go down, only on 5 HP here, moving up into tower. King, enough to get the job
5
done
HP
there.
as well.
And it would have to be that 1v5, but almost
Good
impossible
luck.
scenario here. Fully
Oi.
cooked up. There's the first.
Look at the respect as soon as he gets that kill.
Lev
That's so funny.
not willing to give him
30
anything
seconds
else.
left.
There's fear stricken into them. It's full discipline. Even to the jeers of the
Why shy didn't buy utilities Killjoy, right? It's so fine. Normally, like Sheriff on Killjoy is pretty legit because the turret does a lot of what you want to do anyway. If the setup allows it and you only need one bit of info, then it's so fine for the Killjoy to buy the Sheriff. Especially when a lot of teams are buying just like Ghost and stuff. Those 2 body shots is really strong. Especially when he's playing so good as well. I think it makes a lot of sense. But the setup only needed one bit of info gatherer, so it was it made a lot of sense.
The pistol round that they played at some point, time has
okay, that's a double pistol. That is a straight up double pistol. So if we lose this map, we can safely say they were the worst team on this map for sure. Yeah, it looked like
that was going to end.
It looked like Lev. It looked like Lev watched Sentinels, stole their pistol, and then knew that they were going to do the same pistol.
Drop down to the eco round.
It was weird.
Might just be to farm up somebody's orbs.
I don't know. It was really weird.
Grouped up. No response. Just a knife sent flying.
I don't know if these have been like scrimming each other loads or something. But
over towards B. There's very few spots that you can play on site and manage to dodge that.
Yeah, makes them aware that they're playing towards tower again.
But at the same time, I mean, the economy advantage is so large. It's not like you're going to be popping classics here.
Yeah, Mizzino's contact. There's going to be a stun from this. That's being held by Nozwa. There it is. Fault lines let ripped. The team stun. Shy's running out of bullets. Patience needs to be played.
Oh, dude, I was waiting for his teammate to save him. I was like, surely at one point.
Can't really get too much more done. And so, Pancada left alone, 1v4.
You know, Brent, that wasn't the prettiest trap play I've ever seen in my life.
No, it wasn't.
It got the job done. Pancada's left in a 1v4, similar to Ten's the prior round, to be honest. And at the moment, Lev looking pretty. Two Spectres,
I mean, that's really nice. They bought up into this heavy though, so one person takes a bit of a hit. It's going to be a bonus round. Someone can drop him a pistol, and yeah, it's a pretty good bonus. Maybe we've got a Sheriff, I think, from Shy. I can't remember. I think he gets dropped the Sheriff.
They won so cleanly on their defense against Cloud9 that we don't know how good they are here. They might be average, and they just scrape by because they had such a lead. Maybe they're excellent. It all remains to be seen.
Lev looking better? It's too early to call. Double pistol and Shy having so much impact.
You see it stun set up.
It's too early.
Behind it and Senna fully grouped up. No presence shown, but off the orbs contact, they want to stun, they want to fight for it. Nade at the feet. Aftershock into the corner.
I like this breach. Aftershock from heaven. Damn,
It's Tens. Takes the first blood and more.
That is a lovely idea from Sen. And it looks like an enormous clash is going to happen over there in tree, and instead they don't ever walk through that smoke. As soon as the smoke is put, they're waiting for the orb to tap, and they spring their own trap out the back of it.
Draziel.
It's lovely stuff, but it has left Sentinels all grouped up. All 4 players, with Pancada giving them information over towards the north side of the map.
Okay, they would love to keep this one super clean, that's why they're taking their time. Also, they have no idea where the stack is, and it's been relatively quiet.
Just clearing the corner in case there was a timing for
Knife goes in heaven. Hits only one though.
Tagged by it, but spotted out anyway. They know that there's 2 players here towards it. Flash.
That's a gun. Oh, this would be a gun also, but I like the decision from Sentinels.
Doubled up towards it. A fight towards. Out of canteen.
Good damage.
Again,
it was good damage in the end. Like really good damage. Each of them managed to get one between them.
That's a bonus round that's taken 3
yeah, they did so much damage here that this is a swing round, so this is really important. Tens has his ult as well. Tens has his ult and Mizzino has 1 away, so they could definitely go aggro if they wanted. I feel like they need everything into this, so if they wanted to do something heavy over towards one of these, it would make a lot of sense. Honestly, Sentinels will probably be predicting that, so we'll see how they handle it.
There's pieces missing on this. Yeah.
As a C9 fan, should you go back and watch the C9 crew game? It was actually a pretty good game, I'm not gonna lie. I recommend watching Haven, but you're probably gonna be probably not gonna have an enjoyable time. But from I don't know, it was a good game. I'll put that out there.
Everybody holding.
This has got to be one of the most quiet maps of Fracture I've ever seen.
Yeah, normally these teams, they love to brawl up towards the extremities, but it has been all contact plays.
So convinced.
In terms of Lev as well, they're giving them a lot of space. Big Jewel. Wow, the timing. Is he gonna? He's not gonna hear it. I was gonna say he was going silent the whole time. I was wondering if he was gonna make a sound. If he heard it and dashed on it, it would have been crazy.
No, did not see it at all.
I mean, the most
Cameras at the
perfect
top, so when this
timing.
gets
I don't
checked
know
at
for
one
who.
point, it's going to get info that they've pushed. Camera checks.
Get out of there. No
They know that they've
command,
pushed
so
all of
no
top, so they
util
know
to
that
be
they're kind
The
of
defending
heavy
players
over
are
towards
left
here.
looking
This
to
is
try and
nice.
anchor
They
it
just
down.
got
There
this
is
smoke
in
down
play,
low.
though. Lay it down. It's going to make it difficult. Sen to try and work through. Pop flash play. Again, it's Tens leading the charge. And King
Wow.
has beamed them down.
Big shout out to
lined them up.
Mizzino getting that
There's no real
smoke down.
follow-up
It
there from the
changed
Sentinels players. Three
everything.
players left standing. Maybe they can salvage this situation, but they're all grouped up towards San, just trying to walk through and work their own advantages. Individualistic at best. It's not going to carry them through the round. LEV got the right read.
Yeah, LEV had completely got the right read.
Okay,
Taco cleared out the
straight up,
entirety of
I
Dish,
think
realized that
this
they're going
was
for an
all
A-pop. There was
down
4
to
players ready to receive.
Mizzino's smoke.
This
I'm
is
telling you,
almost gonna
if
be
this smoke isn't
impossible
here,
for Sassy and
they have
Vankara.
just free
There's
aim
10
duels.
seconds left.
They can perfectly do the swings,
Even if they kill Shy,
and I think
they
this is a
wouldn't be able to
different
get
round.
to
I
the
think Mizzino
side
deserves a
flank.
huge shout out. He's got this iPad ready as soon as he hears the
confused
sound
what
of
the
the
call
ult.
was there for
Before it
Sentinels,
hits
to be
him,
honest
drops
with you.
this smoke down. And it
Because
changed
ideally
everything
with
for
an
my mind.
overland, you want
You're
to be
gonna
trying
see
to
the
find the site that
you're gonna
has
see the
2
king
players on it.
kills, and
Almost
I
always
guarantee
that
the
is gonna be
smoke
site
was
that
like
Killjoy is
the big
playing on.
reason why he
So
did
if you
so
don't
well
hear
here.
Killjoy utility, it doesn't
I mean, the
really
nade
make
had good
sense to
timing
me
as
to be
well,
popping
I
no
think.
command and rushing the site, 'cause it's more
yeah,
likely than
definitely
not
big
gonna have
big
3,
shout out there.
possibly 4 players there.
Yeah, because otherwise he's getting traded there
excellent
no
work from
matter
King,
what.
though.
First kill was impressive.
In a position
Nade as
where
well
he
to
could
push
dodge
them
the
out.
first flash that came through from Tens.
Nice.
And what they lacked there was any crosshair breaking. You know,
That was
it's
real
not,
small margins
Zek
decided that one for
diving
me.
through the
I actually
smoke,
like the idea
holding
from
crosshairs while Tens trades through.
Sentinels. They
It's
just
all
got
just
a little bit
relying on
owned from that one
underhand
smoke,
flash to
and obviously
that
King did
smoke.
great.
Messy round, and exactly when Sentinels needed something to go their way. That is a bonus for Leviathan, something that they used to be known for.
Timeout.
We haven't seen much from them recently.
What are they going to be talking about?
And this would be
Maybe after
massive.
this one, you just want to
The
take over
one
towards
map where
dish control.
Sentinels look like a
It's hard for them to
top-tier
retake it
team.
back.
From what we've seen from
They
them
could
recently,
speed it up
albeit in a
also.
small sample
There's a
size,
lot of things they
was
could
that
do.
Fracture. Like crew players all checking their Twitter.
Yeah, completely unaware.
Yeah, I mean,
on camera.
just reading all of the praise being heaped upon them as they look like the best team in the world right now.
Exactly.
But I'm sure they'll be cheering for Leviathan and happy that things are going in this kind of direction. Sen are up against the ropes here.
Yes.
Their
we
economy is
just
not
get
in a
out of
good
this
spot. They've only
timeout?
got 2 rifles that they can bring into this round.
Two
They used one of their
rifles. What do we
largest
want to do?
ultimates that
Looking
should
like
offer them
maybe a
an
fast
advantage.
play.
Now Lev is starting to get up to theirs. Very close to the rug being pulled out from underneath.
They could at
them after
least start
they were up
planning ahead
6-2 in
and
this
see
match.
how the round went if they wanted to get some of these.
Like LEV can go on a bit of a run.
Oh man, this next buy
Of
round.
these rounds, maybe.
If King gets a kill, if Shy gets a few kills, NZR also, there's going to be a lot of ults up. This is actually, they're in a pretty good spot, Lev, right now, when I'm looking at everything.
It's been so slow so far by both teams. I really doubt it.
Knife goes in, close burst.
Taco again on this high ground
Alright, this
position.
might work
Looks
well.
away,
2
but
people here.
Orb's been picked up, double face, just to break that
Damn, that's a
turret
lot
on
of
the swing.
damage.
On the other side of things,
Full
that's
team.
Shy trying to capitalize. More smoke's going to be layered down here.
Big pause.
Again, there's not really too much oomph being placed off the back of it here from Sentinels, not aware. Again, that angle was just being played by Taco. Spamming the damage here. Minute 10 left.
Oh, you crazy guy.
Through. They want to try and take the fight
No
to it,
way,
Taco,
what?
Who's blinded up?
That's insane. Dude, I hope we get that from his POV. That's going to look wild. There's a small chance he saw him before he got blind, but I don't think so.
Hops away around the corner here. B-Hop first kill. There's his. Dodging to the side. Nade out in the open now.
Okay, honestly.
For Mizzino to clean up.
And Taco hunts down that kill so aggressively because I think he's looking to try and pick up an operator now. We'll see if he ends up going for it. But they have the money, and Sentinels have been playing very contact all around the map. I feel like a defensive op here would be fabulous. Look how much value Taco's getting anyway from just being sat on, positions where he can take that first contact and get away. I mean, frankly, that is ridiculous.
That is
Opening kill
ridiculous.
from
He
Generator,
saw tens, but he
those
didn't
kind of
see
slow
second.
peaks,
That's wild. I didn't
he's
think it
gonna
actually
eat
went
them
down
up
like
if he
that.
opts and he's hitting the shots.
That's
Wants the
ridiculous.
switch up.
It is Taco with the op.
Yeah, he's purchased it now. Aware of the slow play start from Sentinels. You keep trying to contact in, you might get punished. Flash.
This is what I thought they were going to be doing more. So this is their actual plan, right? This is what I said would be good with the stun. Oh, that was so good. Look how much damage has been done. 45, 30. Damn. Where was this Lev yesterday? Actually, they're doing great.
Yeah, both teams have really cooked on the defense side here.
Yeah, big buy rounds. Get them all in.
Close to the corner.
Why not?
That's Pancana trying to initiate a bit of running and gunning towards him. Offset the trajectory of the rocket, but now still a
I like the idea from Sentinels as well. Made sense, right? I've been talking about this recently in terms of like taking dish control. It's very hard for teams without without like drones, etc., to actually take back map control. And they got so wrecked with that setup.
I mean, that's a player that's been struggling, and if you offer him those kind of shots, he is going to be good for them. You know, you've got to still make it difficult for a player that's had a period of bad form. Instead, Leviathan looking like they're going to be able to get up to 11 here, and the doubt for the fracture pick. I mean,
they followed the 1 hour 5 minute plan last night. That's the thing, they had time for it.
Any clue of how to be able to
That's
get
the beauty about it. No, but honestly, they look great, to be honest. They got some cool got some cool setups.
Said it earlier, they're going to be able to get that string of rounds
I think
going.
Shy still deserves like all the praise. If I'm fully honest, he was very responsible for just that straight up attack half. But in terms of this defense, it's really, really nice. And I think Sentinels just need to speed this up, like real speed this up. Like I'm talking A main split fast.
But you can't force them to make info peaks if they already have all of the map control and all
go
of the
fast. This op is going to be a
You've gotta
nightmare.
Take it from them at the start of the rounds, and instead we're seeing Sen be so passive, so slow, and very quiet. Hoping that
Problem is a lot of time when they try and go fast and they commit the 3 smokes, Mizzino's been so good at dropping like a smoke to counter it all. But
bit of a rough read on how they want this
I think
side to work.
I think with
And
the
LEV,
KO
on the other
flash,
hand,
they have the
are
util
gonna
to
be
pop
boosted
through.
from this. It has been a long time since they've had something to be happy about. Like we said earlier, a 5-match loss streak for Leviathan, a team that looked like they were in the ascendancy heading into 2023.
You have news 11 Sen scrimmed all the time during the break. It makes a lot of sense if I look at just the pistol rounds that I saw. Yeah.
Go deep or win lock-in. There was hype and excitement around this team and around what Owner could do with this squad. And instead, they've really, really been struggling to put it together. Anything like this, any boost of confidence.
Okay, looking like we're going fast because is this the molly that goes to heaven at the moment from Marved? Looks like it. Feels like it. Yeah, fast hit. This has a good chance to work. The only issue right now is, I mean, they're going to camera see the op.
The final chance for both of these rosters.
But if
for VCT 2023, whether you continue in the tournament or not now.
Damn, I really want to see what Taco's going to do, to be honest. He's going to shoot the camera of his op.
Tower, but Taco's here. There's nothing to push him off of. Vipankata's lucky. He does not pay for his life.
The camera went so deep it doesn't see him. Oh my god.
A read on where he is, the cage layer down, and on the other side of things, it's already pounced upon. Sentinels taking up all that space. Taco's pressured, knives out the right click, misses. It is absolute anarchy. LEV, they're seeking to capitalize it. It's a monstrous round, man.
And Zekin's done what he could. Double blast packing deep into Jenny with a stinger. Brought down to 700
5
to try
chances.
and make something
What the
happen
hell?
for Sen. But it was a half buy. They were in some senses just
What the hell? Also, this
throwing that one in there to
camera,
see if they
this
could
camera's too
possibly
deep
stop
for
LEV from getting up
the
to map
swing.
point.
That's
Taco had,
the camera went
had a
like
fun
here,
time over
and
there
so
at
it doesn't
Drake.
see the angle. He already beat the angle, so the camera was pointless. I think, I'm pretty sure that's right. I would have to watch it again, but
The only attacking round that Sen have won is when they were on an anti-bonus 5 rifles against 2.
And this is it. Plenty of
right, 5 chances. Knife goes in, it hits one. That's going to be sending it again. Like I said, they need to go fast with this. This one makes a lot of sense. That's nice. Can they kill King though? Oh my, he's done. Oh my. Okay, hold up, hold up. Still on. Still close.
All over the place. Tens now. Chance. Really redeem. He spots the last player out, but the spike is out in the open. It needs to be reclaimed by Sen. Grouping up, playing together. They shut
Nicely
it down.
done from tens. Right, we'll count it down 5, down to 4. Thing is, I feel like they have to keep going fast like this, and eventually they're not going to have the ult to help them.
On A, and as soon as it suppresses Shy, that's the go button.
Straight up back to this. We're going to go fast over towards here, and the op.
And it would have been clean had it not been
The op is going to do what? Aggro or play site?
Dropping the spike as it was getting through halls and turning around.
It's going to go aggro. Does the stun hit? It's all about if the stun hits or not. Otherwise, this guy's going to be killed.
Still, a Sheriff and a Bulldog coming in here.
The money took a beating despite winning the round here. They want to go fast again. That's going to be a stun.
Didn't hit.
Beating them. Zekin falling just to the operator. Not enough to push Taco off of that angle and that line. Could this be it? Could that be the finisher for the map here? With the dash active for Taco.
What a shot by Tens. Oh my god. It's a full blind kill. Okay. The Brazilian brothers. Singular. Damn, okay, honestly, that was pretty impressive in the end. Shy did fantastic. I think Mazzino, this is probably the best game I've seen him play for a long time. I felt like his util was good, he's getting a lot of important kills. So yeah, double pistol helps this out a lot, but this was nice. This is a good bounce back from them. Sentinels have 2 good maps though, so there's that coming up. Well, I say that, their Pearl's been somewhere in the middle.
They just couldn't.